Hello, I'm Travis, a young adult who has autism. In this video, I'll be reacting to this news article about a young man with autism who was assaulted by a group of people while in a park. I'll let you read the article and give you my perspective as a person with autism and how I feel about this news article. You see, what happened is inexcusable. It is not okay what his attackers did. They thought that by posting to social media, they'd gain some internet clout. Well, guess what? They're wrong. What they did was inappropriate and deeply upsetting to anyone who has a family member that has autism, or someone like myself who is also autistic. They started to taunt him, call him names. Eventually, he started to get physical and punch and kick and beat him. That is wrong. It is not okay for someone to attack someone who is vulnerable. They saw this young man as an easy target. When others saw him getting victimized, did they step in? No. They started to join in the attack. Those people are also in the wrong for attacking a young man with autism. No one intervened on his behalf. There should have been people in the park who saw what happened was going down. They should have intervened. It is the lowest thing you can do is attack a person with a disability like autism. It's very cowardly of what they did to that young man. It is inexcusable and unacceptable behavior. Nobody with autism got to choose to be autistic. However, you get to choose how you treat someone who's autistic or has autism. What you choose to do tells a lot about your character as a person. It upsets me when I see news stories like this, someone else with autism being mistreated. It upsets me as someone else who grew up with an autism diagnosis, who grew up during the early 2000s with an autism diagnosis during a time when many of autism with autism diagnoses were misunderstood. When I was growing up, autism was considered a rare diagnosis. Why? Because kids are being people were not being diagnosed with autism as high as today, there are lower rates of people being diagnosed with autism back when I was growing up versus now. For these young individuals to attack someone who thought was an easy target, that's one of the reasons why they attacked him. Because they thought he'd be an easy victim to victimize. What their actions were inexcusable, unacceptable, cruel, and hateful. And in some states that has a hate crime law, they can be charged with hate crime. Unfortunately, there's some states here in the U.S. that doesn't have that. South Carolina being one of them. The state I live in, that's actually the state I actually live in, of which South Carolina would have such a law that punish disability hate crimes. Because I think this incident could be classified as a hate crime law if the state of Indiana, which this whole event takes place in, has a hate crime law. It's unacceptable to go up to someone with a disability and attack them. Doesn't matter what disability someone has, attacking them is the lowest of lowest things you can do. If you meet someone with a disability like autism, be kind, accepting, understanding, rather than cruel and mean to them. If you need information about autism, I'd love to help you learn about autism. I hope you have a good day. Remember, treat people with disabilities with respect and kindness. See ya.